What's going on, guys? Mike from the Retrollectors, and I'm going to answer the age-old question: which company is my favorite console of all time? Stay tuned. Sega and Nintendo. They'll go down as one of the greatest battles of all time. But why do I choose Sega over Nintendo or Nintendo over Sega? The reason why I chose Sega is because I always find myself as a teen going out and being able to buy games easier than being able to buy a game on Nintendo when I was a kid. Games for Nintendo were gifts or birthday gifts or Christmas gifts that you would have to wait once or twice a year to get if you were lucky to get. It's not like I was able to go out, or my parents were able to go out and just buy me a game at any whim. It was something that I found at a much later time when I used to be actually working, and I was able to buy games and play them a lot more, even though I was working a little bit more, but I was able to buy the games that I wanted. A lot of times when I was a kid, you got the game, on Nintendo that you necessarily didn't want. It was something that, a relative or your parents bought that they found was cheap, and they didn't really care because they wanted to keep you happy. And most of the time they did. But I found that when I was more of an adult, or a young adult, I always found that, I can do the research and find the games that I wanted, and I used to go out and buy. So that's why I chose Sega over the Nintendo. I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy the Nintendo, and trust me, it's not nowhere near the case. It's just when you have, a little bit more money as a kid or even as an adult now, you tend to buy the things that you want. And you're not going to buy something you didn't want or something that you didn't care for. You tend to buy stuff you want. So when I found myself buying games, it was always for the Genesis. And I could always say that, yeah, if I had a Super Nintendo, Nintendo would be my favorite franchise. But I didn't have a Super Nintendo. I had a Sega Genesis. My parents bought this for me for Christmas because a buddy of mine had one. We used to always go to his house and we used to always play NHL 95 or Eternal Champions. And we used just to play constantly over and over and over again. And my parents saw that I wanted a Genesis, so they bought me that. And again, not because I didn't like Nintendo, it's just that was the thing to have back then. And Nintendo was, I still love my Nintendo. There's very little games I do have from when I was a kid on Nintendo, and there's a lot of little games that I have for the Genesis. It's just I find the Genesis had a special place in my heart and my youth. I will always love the Nintendo. I will always love Sega, but at that point in time, Sega was my go-to system, and that's why the Dreamcast is one of my favorite consoles. I stuck with Sega from the Genesis. I took the leap to the Dreamcast. I never bought anything in between, and same with the Nintendo. I went from NES straight to N64. I didn't buy anything in between, not because of anything. It's just, when I had my NES, it was a gift. When I had my Genesis, it was a gift. But when I bought my N64, I bought it myself. When I bought the Dreamcast, I bought it myself. So those were the systems and games that I tend to go towards, were the systems that I bought myself, and I played a lot for those systems and bought a lot for those systems. But again, guys, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. What was your favorite gaming system? I know a lot of people are going to love Nintendo. I'll probably get a lot of heat in choosing Sega over Nintendo. But please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks, guys.